What's up, everyone? This is Big Russ for Project Concept and another installment of the history of sport and muscle trucks. This time, we're going import. Starting in 1974, Mazda came out with the rotary powered pickup truck. It featured a different grille, flared fenders and bedsides, a different dashboard, and the battery mounted under the bed. This truck was popular for racers because it was cheap. It had a high revving engine and better handling than any of the other small trucks on the market. It featured body color or special graphics down the side of the bed and cab, round tail lights mounted low. It just looked really cool. The 77 model is the most sought after because they stretched the cab 4 inches for a little more legroom. Under the hood was a 13B Wankel rotary engine with a 4-barrel carb. Recently, this truck has gained attention in the media, again, thanks to Mike and Freiberger from Roadkill, when they picked up their Oldsmobile-powered rotary pickup truck. And there is no hiding that Oldsmobile V8. So moving on to Toyota. Back in the 80s, they were crushing it in the off-road world with Ivan Iron Man Stewart racing off-road, but they never made a street version of his race trucks. The most iconic truck from the 80s, hands down, had to be Marty McFly's Toyota from Back to the Future. When they introduced the Tacoma, they wanted to build a truck that handled very well, something sporty. Introducing the S-Runner, a lowered down version of their regular truck, and it looked really cool. Every time I see one of these on the streets, I get excited. 2005, they introduced the Tacoma as a mid-sized truck. They also introduced a very particular package called the X-Runner. It featured a body kit, lowered suspension, and a special brace under the bed to help with the chassis' torsional rigidity. Also, they were only a V6 with a 5-speed. So, back in the 80s, off-road racing was a huge deal, kind of like drifting is in the mid 2000s, and still to this day. Nissan responded with the D21 Desert Runner. It featured a special paint job and graphics reminiscent of their race vehicles, a light bar in the bed with 4 big halogen lights so you could see where you're going in the desert, and a bumper guard with large auxiliary fog lights. In 1997, Nissan introduced the Frontier, replacing the D21. At the same time, Toyota had the Pre-Runner. Nissan's answer was the Desert Runner. Growing up, a friend of mine's dad had one, and it was cool. This truck might not seem like anything fancy, but I promise you, it's a little bit of a sleeper under the hood. A 3.3 liter supercharged V6. Yeah, it only made 210 horsepower, but how many trucks had a supercharged motor? 2005 came around. Nissan introduced the Frontier as a mid-sized truck, leaving only one compact truck on the market. With that, gone was the Desert Runner, and in was the Nismo. You got skid plates, better shocks, and bigger tires. It was just a well-rounded off-road package. 2013, Nissan reintroduced the Desert Runner, only available on a 2-wheel drive Frontier in an extended cab or crew cab, and it featured the same stuff as the Pro 4X minus the front diff and transfer case. Bigger shocks, a little bit of a lift, and bigger tires. Perfect recipe for a weekend warrior. I hope you guys have enjoyed this installment of the history of sport and muscle trucks. I've been Big Russ. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.